Yo, yo, good evening. Yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, no, 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 no. Good evening, yo, yo. Hello, folks. Good evening, good evening. Boom, 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 boom. Alrighty. It is nice and late. Not too late, but we're not going to be here all night, so we got maybe like an hour or two. Then I am going to sleep, and that will be it for me. One sec. Sure what I'm working. Do. Yo, yo, good evening. Good evening, good evening. Good evening. Excuse me. I think this is way too loud. Loud but beautiful. I mean, even for me, some things are too loud. Maybe I'm just getting old. We used to blast music that was ear-shattering levels of goodness. These days, maybe not so much. You just get old and moldy. Slow down, and you want to chill. Old and moldy. Good evening, sire. Don't know if anyone here has already asked, but what is your take on the upcoming Warhammer series produced by Henry Cavill? I hope it's good. I think that's all. I hope it's good. I think it will be good. That guy is a thorough nerd, so I do believe there is no reason it'll be bad. He's also got Amazon money, which is good money. Well, for what he's capable of, I'm sure it's good money, but yeah, I guess we'll see. Once that show comes out, and if it pops the fuck off, I mean, you've got mainstream Warhammer. Even more than before, for sure. Ears. They were loud. Good glasses I used to use when I used to paint my minis with a light and magnification lenses. I was put onto them when I saw Ben Harbour from Stranger Things post a pic of him wearing them while doing his models. Yeah, I think I saw that. I saw that a while ago, yeah. I don't really need them, though. My eyes are fine, it's just my ears. If you still want to share, that's fine. I don't think I need them, but I think for most people, they're certainly useful. It's just like a magnifying apparatus with a little light. I guess the older you get, the more useful things become, for sure. Technically, any sort of magnification is good. Not that you have to scrutinize everything, but when you're painting minis and stuff like that, they are absolutely, I'm sure, very, very useful. I would say, you know what? Go to Discord and post them in stream sharing. Or hobby help and advice. Post that. Post them in there. Because I've contemplated them before, but I'm kind of scared what I'm capable of. Like, I over-obsess over things, and I feel like if I'm looking at things at an even closer, like, magnification, I may lose my mind. That might be a thing. What was David Harbour working on? Was it 40K stuff? It must have been, right? Jesus. That sucks. Well, hopefully they're better now. Hopefully your ears do feel better, sir. I'm gonna be taking it easy physically. No more loud music. Well, not often, I should say. Loud music is still fun, but not like it used to be. You feel much different growing up versus where you'll end up. Jeez. Was that from, like, something you did? What was that from? That's good. Very, very good news. Yeah, yeah. We'll take a look. You know what? The thing with hobbies, or the thing with hobby tools is you never know when you're going to need something. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people who could probably use those. Fuck, even me one day. You know, if they're like 20 bucks, it's probably worth the pickup and just try them out a little bit. Oh, wow. That's shitty. Well, now that you know, you'll avoid the water. Yeah, for sure. When it comes to painting or building or anything, I mean, magnification is like... A lot of people use it, for sure. I know a lot of the competition folks use them. Like, even if your eyes are good, you can still technically just zoom in on anything you're working on. I will never wear headphones or earbuds ever again. I couldn't put my head underwater while swimming for years. Jesus. So you'd prefer to never wear anything again? So, like, if you listen to music, you just do it through, like, speakers and stuff like that? Spears and stuff? Yeah. You know what? If it was that bad, which, as you said, it sounds really terrible, I'd probably do the same. Any sort of, like, traumatic thing that happens in life, you don't really want to go back on that. Feel that. And yeah, if you want to share your stuff, by the way, Rambo, obviously, you know the Discord's there. If you want to share any of that stuff. Eventually, I'll be doing stream sharing on stream, so if anyone has stuff they want to share, like, actually show on stream, and I'll look through it, we can do that. Is something, too. Oh, you put it in the... It's the wrong Discord. You gotta put it in the,
Sabito grant me strength, for I'm at the gym tired AF.
Put it in the Warhammer Discord. The Warhammer Discord. Grant me strength, I'm at the gym. Go home. Head home and chill. There's no time to exercise. You have to build Warhammer. Are you building, Tomb Kings? I gotta get back into the old world. It's been a while. I've been replacing bookshelves with shelves. thinner shelves to put minis on. I can't really bring any furniture in or do anything like that because I'm still moving. I don't know when. I was told this year, and so far we haven't really heard anything yet on that, so it's good news, but yeah. They don't have money for minis, nor the art skills. Well, you don't need any art skills. You just enjoy it, you know? And you're fine. It's never a matter of needing any skills. You can learn skills. These are pewter. Yeah, Tomb Kings? Gotcha, yeah, this is pewter. I wonder if they'd ever update the Tomb King range. I feel like if the old world does well enough, they'd probably want to update everything, which to me is a bit sad, because a lot of the old world is more so nostalgia than anything. But those skeletons came out in, like, what, the late 90s? Pretty sure, like, 99 or something. So it kind of makes sense, you know? The game isn't just kind of for old people who grew up on the minis. The Tomb Guard did get a plastic kit. Yeah, they were metal for a little bit. They revamped the Casket of Souls. They revamped the Bone Giant. And they also released the unreleased head for the Bone Giant, which is cool. They came out with the new kit, which was like, what, that dragon? The Bone Dragon? They had the command as well, the plastic command kit. That was cool. Yeah, those... Most of the old world relies on nostalgia. It's reprinting old minis. Which is fine by me. I love that shit. Anyway, Crude at the moment. What's up? Hello, sir. They post them in the Discord. You can take a look at them. That was another crazy thing they did. They redid the Crute. Like, they redid the Crute in a big way. Which, fuck, they even had more minis from Forge World, but those are gone for sure. Be cool to see some more of those come back. Because I know they redid, what? The Crute Riders? The Crute Talks? I think is what they were called. They did a bunch of stuff. You got those ones too? Those are great. The old Forge World ones are really fun. The Great Narlock Beast. You have that one? Big dinosaur. The Crute dinosaur. Dinosaur. Super dinosaur. Yeah, if you can find that one, that one's dope as hell. But I don't think GW is going to sleep on that. I feel like it's going to come back. There's no reason it wouldn't. If you've got, like, new Squigoths and everything coming out, you know, big Squig models and everything, it's in the same vein. You could do it. There's no reason for it to not be there. Yeah. Well, that's the big thing they need more of is Xenos. Like, more auxiliaries would be super dope. The fact that they updated the Vespid too, which is cool as shit. Sting wings. That's fun. I like the old world. I'm more into the old minis and fantasy nostalgia. Oh, completely. Same with me. Yeah. That's exactly what most people are doing with the old world. It's just nostalgia. It's all nostalgia. Same thing. Same deal. I still had a lot of the medals and things before the range came back, but I did sell off my full army. And this was years and years and years ago, long time ago. When I thought fantasy was dead and I was pivoting in life a little bit, I kind of sold most of my shit. I sold my Empire army, I sold my Orcs and Goblins, I sold my Dwarves, but I still kept, like, a ton of stuff. Just in case. But at that point, you know, you've played a bit of Age of Sigmar, you're like, that's cool. And then life. And of course, big regrets, always. It is what it is. Empire's sick, yeah. I actually, you know, last few years, I think I sold my fucking Marienburg landship. My genuine OG landship. Do I regret it? Fuck yes. Would I ever build it? Probably not. It was for my Empire army, and I'm like, one day. And it just never came to be. New cog forts. It is pretty easy, maybe not financially, but, you know, if you want to play Gargants or cog forts or dragons, ogres, you know, stuff like that. Like, yeah, low model count. Low model count. A lot of those scenery pieces came back, eh? I mean, the fantasy scenery is just so fucking sick. It's so well done. All the plastic kits they had, the early 2000s, like 6th edition biscuit foam terrain they did, that was so cool too. I want the old Citadel trees. That's what I want. There's a bag of them brand new on eBay for $100, and I'm like, I can't justify that. I'll be buying the manor for sure. Yeah, it's so cool. I remember they had the Forge World kits too. A lot of like Empire wells and coaches and things like a little hut, I think, as well. I think they had a bridge. They had a bunch of cool stuff. Technically, you know what? I actually have a Forge World catalog from the early 2000s. One sec. End it. Hello, sir. 2001 catalog. Okay. Found it. Classico. Character series. Where's the terrain? Gothic walls. I think it might have came out a little bit. Oh, here's War Master. It may have came out a little bit after 2001. Yeah, because there's the bridge, the stone bridge. But they had, like, a well and everything. It might have been, like, 2002, 2003. The Orc Totem. Still find that thing on eBay. And $10, by the way. The Warhammer Giant. Oh my god, 125 bucks. War Master was cool, too. Good luck finding War Master stuff these days. Ugh. It may have been, it's probably War Master. Empire Ship, cannons, it's all old War Master stuff. Maybe if that's what you were talking about. There's the old Abaddon statue, the character series. The old Orc war boss on boar. These were cool. They don't do these anymore, but this was like a painting series. It was a bunch of like little mini busts. Or not mini busts, they're like little mini statues. They did a bust series as well. That stone troll is so fucking sick. That thing is so cool. That thing just sold on eBay for like $1,000. Yeah. The Sean Green Slayer. I have that. That's awesome. All the different fucking tanks and things. So many things. Forge World was like stacked with shit, man. So many. The Sentinel Power Loader was so cool. That's cool. That's a conversion kit. That was so fun. All the old flyers used to be from Forge World. Grav tanks. Alien reference. I mean, power loaders, maybe. The gun wagon, the Orc fighter bomber. The grot bombs. These were so cool. You'd put them on the little bomb launches, they'd go. That's fun. Old entrenchments. Raiders. These... This is like... Alright, we have a lot of offcuts from, like, resin. What do? Fucking make it into a kit and sell it. Resin tank traps. The large jungle tree. I've never seen one of those in the wild. That's crazy. These are cool. I may have the other catalogs. Because, like, they came out with one, I think, every year for a little bit, but yeah. And, of course, they kept adding things every year. But this is just only 2001. That's cool. Yo, yo. We're still going down the list, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of old fun books, a lot of old catalogs. It's fun to flip through. They don't do that anymore. There's no point. Everything you can see online. But it's cool. It's fun. There was certainly a lot more paper used back in the day, I gotta say. Paper was, like, everywhere. These days, it's like, check the web store. That's fine, sure thing. The Witcher. We will maybe get to The Witcher around June. I think would be a good time. Oh, this hobby's very old. Yeah. Certainly well older than me. Mass Effect trilogy. You know what? We're getting there. Slow but sure, we're getting there. I just uploaded, Pizza Pikachu sent me 2 of the games that he had, and I think we have some more on the way. There's also a guy who has a bunch of games that weren't uploaded. There's 2 people who have games. Technically, 3 people recorded games that I never did, and so I have to try and make sure I have all of them from those people. But I did start making playlists of all the games on the channel. So if there's like a specific game you want to go back and kind of take a look at, it should be in a playlist. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, the end goal is always to paint everything. That is the absolute end goal. The God of War franchise. Oh, yeah, Red Dead is not on the main channel. It is something I need to go get, though. So when we sort that out, it'll be uploaded and good to go. But we should be starting Dead Island, or not Dead Island, fuck. Dying Light 2, probably Saturday. Hades 2. Hades 1 was cool. I liked Hades 1. We only did one run of the game, though, because we have like 50 other games to play, so I did enjoy it. I unironically beat it with like a fucking Heimerdinger build. This is metal. Yeah, these are metal minis. The Heimerdinger build. Do you enjoy literally doing nothing and spamming turrets that like insta-auto lock everything and kill them and slow them at the same time? And you can perma-spam them and there's nothing they they can do to kill you? That game was fun when you had the right build. It's like super cheesy, but that's the point. It was always about coming up with some nonsense. Let me check. Let me check Google. It is 100% about making broken builds. Oh yeah, for sure. Hmm. It's supposed to be cut off? You know, when you get shitty builds, though, it isn't nearly as fun. A lot of it boils down to, like, getting a build that you think is fun and then rolling with that. Sometimes you just don't, and it just becomes unfun. But you still try. You still try to make it work. There is no reason not to try. They can be in the end, yeah, if you stick with it. Absolutely. Printing sugar. Well, I guess you never know. You gotta stick to it, man. If you stick to it and you see it through, you never know what's gonna happen in the end. Shit can be so ghoulish. I feel like that's with a lot of things. With games, it's with movies, it's with art, it's with, like, anything in life. The longer you give it a chance, ideally it gets better. Ideally. That would be lovely. Cool. We're good, sir. We're chilling. End of Doom. I don't know. Maybe? You gotta give me a hint. Not sure. Injustice 3 in the works at NetherRealm. Did they say that? Really? I fucking hope so. Please God, no more MKs after that last one. Leave MK in the bin for a bit and never fucking do what you did again. So bad. He's big and red. Hand of Doom? What, Hellboy? Hand of Doom. Hellboy's cool. Those Guillermo del Toro movies were, like, top tier as shit. And I know he's a comic book character, but, like, the movies are so good. I've seen... They recently came out with one, I think, called the Jangly Man or something. The Slanky Man. I forgot what it was. It's a very forgettable movie. It was very... whatever. The Jangly Man. I've seen Absolute Batman, but I don't really read comics anymore, to be honest. But all those designs, from what I've seen from Absolute Batman, are pretty cranked. Yeah, they're pretty cranked. Yeah. Pretty shitty that they never did a number 3. Pretty sure Ron Perlman's been saying for ages that he'd be back instantly if Guillermo was on board. Because, like, yeah, those movies are magic. Those movies are so good. Mark Brown for the Kroot. The Kroot. Can't you play an entire Kroot army? Isn't that a thing now? If you really just wanted to say, fuck the Tau, I just want to play Kroot. I feel like there's, I mean, technically, you know, whatever detachment you want to play, there's a million ways for Games Workshop to take your money. It costs a lot because of, exactly. I was going to say that. I'm like, it's probably really expensive. It goes for any list that isn't typical. It's like, if you want to play certain Votann lists, it's like, how many Chthonian Berserks? How many Steeljacks do you want me to buy? It's like, whoa. Too many. Too many, man. That's like the #1 problem in the hobby. Well, technically the price. But also, you just have to make so much shit. Which is fine. That's fine. I've made shit for ages. But, you know, depending on how elaborate your scheme is, or whatever it may be, right? Like, it's a lot of work. Warhammer is a very laborious, very just manual labor 24/7. And that's fun. I like doing that, but you know, building up 50 of the same unit for one list doesn't really please most people. That's just when you play tabletop sim. Infantry, fine, small enough. Current GW kits, where it's like 20 pieces per infantry, maybe different story, though. They do Star Wars, yeah. Wasn't it called Shatterpoint? Star Wars Shatterpoint? Well, it's a good theme. We're going to be scraping mold lines for a very long time. Oh, yeah. I've got a lot of things to do. I've been putting up a few shelves and want to start just getting it on them. I need to build. Super builder. Not really. I don't play those guys anymore, unfortunately. Not anymore. I've never played a tabletop game in my life. I'm more of a collector painter builder. Yeah, you know what, man? You should really try it, though. Everything comes full circle. It's worth trying. It's like, if you've been doing this hobby for so long and you've built armies, you've built units, it 100% is worth just picking up dice and saying, like, hey, let's play one little game. Or if you've tried it and you never really liked it, then that's fine. But I'm very much all about all of it. Like, I don't mind building stuff, painting things, gaming, reading, whatever it may be. I do all of it. Gaming, certainly the last thing on the list currently, just because I have to get a lot done. Time is pretty limited, but there's Star Wars minis, yeah, Shatterpoint. It's not GW stuff, but there is. If most people did GW products without any sort of, game involved, I feel like you'd be saving a lot of money. The gaming aspect is probably the most expensive thing. If you just bought kits to build and paint and you spent a lot of time on them, it wouldn't be so bad. But the fact that the game exists, and the game is what gets a lot of people kind of buying more and more, you typically will be spending a lot more money. No, I'm not doing these for an event. I'm just building my armies. I'm just building armies right now. I'm working on... Technically, I'm working on everything. What I've been trying to hustle with, though, is, like, the Lord of the Rings armies, and then I'll probably work on... maybe fantasy again. I'm not sure. But the Lord of the Rings stuff is kind of my jam right now. I've been going to bed with, like, the movies on. It's so good. I'm like, damn it! They got me again. I love these streams, my dude. It helps me feel less bored. Less bored, lonely doing art. Yeah, you're good, man. Again, if you want to share your stuff, dude, we do have a Discord. Unless you're already in there, then you know about it. We normally don't stream on this channel at night, but I figured I'd get on because I'm probably going to go to bed around, like, 10 or something. Oh, you're in there? Yeah. My wife called me a loser and divorced me. Well, then you know what? She was the loser. If your fake wife isn't supportive of your fake hobbies, she's not your wife. It is what it is. Your fake wife can take your fake kids and leave. It's like, listen, you can take the kids, but don't take the damn dog. Well, I mean, everyone has hobbies. If your significant other doesn't have hobbies, I mean, I don't know. What are these Warhammer minis? I don't know. I like them. All right, that's fine. You go into the bathroom, there's like 3 million things. It goes both ways, though. Both sides should be supportive of what it is you want to do. Listen, the funniest thing was I was looking at the bathroom. Ivana's got like 2 like cupboards for her stuff, and I've got like a bar of soap in the shower. Like 99% of the bathroom is her stuff, and then I've got like a single bar of soap, and it's like used. So it is what it is. Divorced dads. I've seen that guy. Yeah, I've seen him. This is divorced dads. Receding hairline. That's a bad card. Well, I mean, I talk to whoever's in chat. I don't mind. That's how it should be.
While heading home from the gym, thanks Toby for believing in me.
Yeah, that's good news, sir. You get the pump in for the day, and now you're home. That is what I gotta do, man. Everyone who keeps saying, like, I'm at the gym, I'm like, I get it. I don't go to the gym. I'm a slob. I need to. I used to work out. Believe it or not, I actually used to work out. It sounds like a crazy thing, but I did for a little bit. Then I gave all of my equipment to my uncle, and then I think he also just sold it. Yeah, I've seen those cards. I think if they were official, I think he went too serious with them. It was like goofy names, but then it was like MTG art. You know what I mean? If it was just stupid looking, I think it would have been better. I'm a bit over 200, 100 kg. Isn't that about 200 pounds? I'm about 200 pounds. I'm like 6 foot, 200 pounds. Do something. I need to lose some weight, man. The biggest thing about life is balance. Balance in all things. That's the most important thing I've learned. You need time for Warhammer, you need time for exercise, you need time for family, you need time for work, you need time for everything. You run out of time very quickly, but you need time. It's good to mix it up and stay fresh. So life doesn't dry you out. I've been watching for like 9 years now. Yeah. Things have changed in those 9 years. I think with all of us. When we were younger and having fun, and League was just like rage inducing, desk smashing goodness, the world was young. Times were easy and different. Now we're old and moldy. Old and moldy. But still having fun. But having fun at a slower pace. I want to lose between 10 and 20 kg. That's quite a bit. Well, you know what? Keep at it, bro. You should be able to. Anyone who keeps at it will lose weight eventually. I want to have fun. That is a hard concept to grasp when it comes to League. Having fun is like impossible. When you play the game for the wrong reasons. Now that I'm older as well, amazing looking MILFs look at me. It's much better than annoying immature partners. Well, whatever you're into, sir. We all get old. The MILFs. Yeah. You chase that, brother. I was losing 12 pounds a month, no joke. intermittent fasting and calorie deficient. Now I have zero motivation. I think you've just, you know what? You get complacent. You get too comfortable with what you do. Being comfortable is fine, I think, for a time, but it can certainly change you. I think I got wiser as I got older. I'd also like to say it depends on who you're around. You know, that also probably contributes heavily to, like, how you age and think of the world. I'd like to think I'm pretty level-headed. I don't think I'm a dumbass. Well, not entirely true, but, like, you know, partial dumbass. Partial dumbass. Yeah, you're good, man. I mean, we're usually on. You'll usually find me on every day on either channel. I do want to make this channel a little bit more permanent. Well, technically the channel is permanent, but once I can figure out a schedule, I can give people a time. Although most of this stream usually takes place in the morning. Half dumb, half nerd. Well, we're all smart in our own way. No one on this earth needs to know everything. Us as a species, we enjoy what we enjoy, and then we bring all of that knowledge together and we teach each other. I'm sure there are very smart people out there who know a lot more than me. But, you know, you live your life and you have fun with what you do. I think that's what matters most. You don't need to know everything. What do you use? What? Listen, that's not something you think about, bro. Don't think about that. Dementia is horrible. Everyone forgets things. You got to keep your brain moving. Thinking about whatever it may be. Anything that brings you joy, something that's going to, like, help you out in life. I don't know, man. I usually set reminders. I write things down. You're not expected to remember everything. Books are good, too. Yeah, books are great. Reading is fun. I think if you play League, it might rot your brain, but, like, reading, different story. Certainly. I still have the Witcher novels that are collecting dust. You know what? You know what it really takes? Opening the damn book and reading the first few pages or chapter, and you're done. Then you're in. You got to do that, bare minimum. If you keep thinking about doing it, you'll never do it. You just have to do it. Open the book, read a few pages, you're good. You just got to take that plunge, you know? Oh, then you got to stick with it, right? So have fun. Then you got to finish it. I mean, they might... Riot might do that. If there's money to be made, they might do it. Japanese is pretty cool. I don't think I need to learn Japanese or anything, but, like, I thought about going to Japan. I think everyone should probably want to go to Japan at least once. Very, very high-tech. Very cool. And it's like nerd haven. Like miniature heaven. Or like hobby heaven, I should say. They do not fuck around, man. Or you just go there and you hit up every, like, weird cafe for fun. That would be cool, too. Pretty sure it's expensive to go to Japan, though. Like, you'll 9 times out of 10, I'm sure you'd probably spend more money getting there than you will when you're there. Right? Does that make sense? Like, I'm pretty sure a plane ticket from here to Japan's over $1,000. Which is a lot of fucking money. That's rent. That's rent money. But, you know, when you're there, it's like, am I really going to spend $1,000? Maybe. Way over $1,000? Yeah, I was going to say probably a lot more. I know a trip to the UK is about 1,000 plus. Unless you get shipped over in like a fucking container. 2,500? You're joking. That's fucked. Okay, I don't think I'd rather do that. If it's 2,500 for it, I was going to say, I might as well just buy Smaug at that point. 2,000 to 2,500. Yeah, I think I'd rather just buy Warhammer. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was cheaper. I thought it was way cheaper. To Britain, it's about $1,000, but that's just over the ocean. Jesus. Okay, well, I'm cooked. I don't... There's probably... Is there a layover? Maybe. Most likely. Which are always shit. No one wants to stay at an airport. A Japan trip, let's say, is 2 weeks. You're easily spending 8 to 10K. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing for $8,000 to $10,000. Maybe if you visit every village and do everything, that would be insane. Who is the greatest dwarf that ever lived that isn't an ancestor god? Snorri Nosebiter. That's a factual statement. Snorri Nosebiter. If it's not him, it's probably Snorri Whitebeard. The other Snorri. The one that's kind of like a big deal. It's one of the stories. One of the Snorris. An American, it is cheaper to fly to Tokyo, stay at Tokyo Disney, than it is to go to Disney World. That's crazy. Disney's fucking expensive. I have seen the shit Disney adults do. That is... Yeah. That's like, that's an outing for sure. That's like a once a few years outing. I think I've gone to Disney a few times. I was actually okay. I was recently looking up a Disney plush that I got from back in the day. I think it was back in the day because my mom gave me the plushie. She's like, look what I have of yours still. And I'm like, whoa, really? And it's Grumpy, the dwarf from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But it's a Christmas variant of Grumpy. I think we went during, like, the holidays. And it was an old plushie, probably from, like, early 2000s, maybe late 90s. And I could never find it online. It's a variant. They still produce it, or I don't think they still produce it, but a few years, I don't know, mid 2000s or something, they came out with the thing again, and they branded it differently, and they changed the color of his clothes. I can't find the variant that I own. I don't know what year it's from because the fucking tag was cut off. My mom used to cut off all the tags of things that I had because if you're a kid, you don't want the tag. Where the fuck is Grumpy? Oh, here he is. Literally this guy. Look. Like, Disney's cool, but I haven't been there in probably since this. Hang on. Metal flakes on my phone. There he is. Grumpy. It's Christmas Grumpy. Because he has the Santa hat. And I looked up so many different things, and he has no markings on his fucking legs or anything. I think there was a reissue later on where he had, like, a Disney logo or something, and then there was the tag that got cut off. I need to figure out when this was fucking put out. Probably early 2000s. Maybe late 90s. I don't know. I think that's like the oldest surviving fucking Snow White thing I have, because I used to have a bunch of like dwarves and whatnot, like little figures and things. The good old days of being a kid. It's just Santa. It's Grumpy. Grumpy Santa. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sand this tonight, so we'll probably be on in the morning to finish this guy up. Mochi's good. Whitebeard's a bit stacked. He's also likely the White Dwarf. But Grumpy? Grumpy's the White Dwarf? Snorri is the White Dwarf, though. Yeah. Snorri is the White Dwarf. Good old Grom Brindle. I was going to Snorri. Grumpy. Who? Grumpy? No, he is the White Dwarf, yeah. Obviously. Yeah, I think Mochi should be sleeping. Oh, he's conked out. Yeah, he's conked out. He's done. She's done. Mochi's getting clean soon. Mochi is getting cleaned over the weekend. Because he is fucking gangly as hell. Uh, 2.5. I remember when he was a baby. I first walked in and I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? And it was a potato. He was a white potato with two big black eyes. And I'm like, what am I staring at? Ivana, what is this? And he was so cute. And he's still so cute. Literal potato. Actually, he was more of like a... Technically kind of looked like a teddy bear, but... Yeah, that was the event wheel. Yeah, I mean, there's videos of me with Mochi when he was a baby. They're always cute, man. Regardless of, you know, them being a baby or few years, whatever it may be. I mean, you always love your dog. Dogs are something else. Squash, hello, sir. Dog. Baby dog. It wouldn't... A dwarf would not eat a dog. If anything, dwarves would love dogs. Loyal to a fault. Like, holy shit. That is like the animal for a dwarf would be a dog. A dwarf's best friend. Yeah, sometimes first impressions can be a lot of things, but dogs are simply like one of the best creatures on this earth. Like, they just are that amazing. They're the goat. I love dogs. I love my dog. Holy fuck, this is gonna be a mess to clean up. I mean, you're good. You're fine. You're fine. Hey, sometimes things come out the wrong way. there any more images of Martin? Like, this guy's fucking holstered axe is so bad. Martin. I wish they'd still have some 3D turnarounds of minis on the web store, but it's just not going to be a thing. Like, I'm assuming... Okay, he's got the same axe as the other Vault Wardens, which makes sense. He's a Vault Warden. My nose is dripping. Shit. Drippy! Ouch! Suck. Ugh. Alrighty. Let's see what we have to do still. When in doubt, there is a million more things to scrape. Should be wearing gloves. God damn it, let me put gloves on. Oh, what are these? Extra large? Okay, sure. Probably won't fit too well. Well, she would never say that. Because she does Pokemon. So if she said that, I'd burn her old Pokemon collection to the ground. She'd never say that. That's just that's never going to happen. That is an impossible task, I promise you. It can never happen. This is the equivalent of Pokemon for her. Because this is my childhood hobby, and that's her childhood hobby, so, like, you're basically stripping away my youth, my nostalgia. You never do that. Ever. Ever, ever. Ever. What if Mochi said me or Skinny Pop? Then we'd have a lot of Skinny Pop. That would be obviously Mochi. I'll turn him into Skinny Pop. You know what? I need something a little bit stronger. This is just such a fucked up piece. Mochi has a sweet potato and you a skinny. True. Mochi's a freak for potatoes. He loves them. Shouldn't be saying that word. Up. The demon stirs behind. His fangs are bared. He's ready for war. The worst thing about metal minis is when there's too much fucking material. Like, they have to pack on, like, for places that need to be cast, they usually add too much material in the actual sculpt. Or post, I should say, just to make sure that, like, the white metal kind of, the mix flows everywhere in the sculpt cavity. So this axe is, like, just a complete mess, because they were scared that the tip of it wouldn't cast well. And so they packed on a bunch of fucking material here just to be sure that, like, or they didn't pack it on, they technically, what's the word, they, not welded out, but they, probably cut some of the mold to make sure that, like, it flows properly. Well, technically it could go both ways, though. You could either make it part of the mini, or in post, cut up the mold a bit and just make sure you've got a bit more room for, like, material. And it's all for that tip of the axe. Kind of get casted up. What a nightmare. What a disaster. It's like, not that it's impossible to clean up, but, like, man, you gotta get in there. Yeah, we should probably sand a little bit. That is weird. That's cursed. That's an unpleasant thing to think about. Sounds dreadful. You're not wrong, though. In an alternate universe, I'm sure that would be a thing. Let's put on some... What the fuck is this? Let's pass on that. Well, I've been doing this hobby for over 20 years. So I guess when I was young, when I was a child, what kid of like the late 90s, early 2000s wasn't in love with like little army men or action figures, you know? If you're keeping up with it after all those years, you do love it, I gotta say. What's the most you've spent on one plastic toy? Too much. Too much is always the answer. That's always the answer, bro. Too much. No comment. Too much. Simply too much. It's like never ask a woman her age. Never ask a man how much he spent on Warhammer. Is that the age-old saying? Yeah, this is just cleanup. This is just cleanup. Basically, whenever you buy minis, they always come with imperfections and natural problems from when they were casted up. And your goal is to just kind of go in and clean up all those imperfections and then make sure everything kind of goes together. That's it. Every miniature kit has this stuff. It's just part of the the process of it being made. A lot of uneven surfaces, excess material, things that are made when the miniatures cast it up. Yeah. Everyone's got to go through this. Or you don't, and you don't care, and then you just build it, and you're fine, but it usually looks better. If you try and clean everything up, it will look better. But that could also just be subjective, so... This is like the very first step. Give them my younger brother and everything everything got destroyed. Yeah, that usually happens. My younger brother took after me a little bit, but he definitely wasn't like super big into Warhammer. Incomplete and damaged toys. Pretty much. Incomplete and damaged. Where would there be any fun if they weren't incomplete and damaged? Where would the fun be? Listen, if you think Warhammer's bad, you should see scale modeling. You should see some of the kits people have to put together. I have seen tank treads where every single fucking tread had to be glued in, and a million other things. It is, it's bad, but people love it. Every single segment. Warhammer's, yeah, it was always kind of a physical hobby, and they did games and stuff. It's more of a tabletop thing, though, for sure. Some of the 40k tanks are that way. The old Lehman Russ tanks, you did have to glue the tracks on, but not individually. We're talking like every individual like track piece, track segment had to be built. Like, it is insane. Yeah, it's bad. The old Lehman Russ kit had you build the interior of like the treads, which you would never see. It was such a strange thing. Like the side, the big, I don't even know what you'd call them, the tank tread housing. The sides of the tank had to have like these nubs put in. There was like fucking, I don't know, 8 of them or something. Just a weird step. Yeah, some things were strange. What was the first Warhammer toy models you ever made? Lord of the Rings. Which is exactly what I'm working on right now. This is not the first, but the Lord of the Rings stuff is kind of what got me into the hobby. Step Brothers and the Lord of the Rings. It was my very first Warhammer. Pretty sure a lot of people got into Warhammer through Lord of the Rings. Not everyone, because like Fantasy and 40k had been out, you know, before that, but you know, when the movies were out, Warhammer, Lord of the Rings stuff was popping. Still is popping. Just popping over in the UK more so than anywhere else. Only on 40%? Yeah, you're good, man. No worries. I've started uploading some other ones, so when you're all set, when you're set and you know everything, Google Drive and we'll get it sorted. Because we just uploaded 2 VODs that were recovered from Pizza Pikachu that he had for like years. We uploaded them to the YouTube channel, so that's cool. We do have them, but if you still want to send them over just in case we can save them, still do that if you want. Because we don't have the raw footage of it. We have the edited footage with the chat from Exaspertise. So if you actually have the actual unedited stream stuff, send that over. AC4? You're talking about Black Flag? Is that 4? I did see a bit of it. It looked good. It did look good. I don't think I'd play it immediately, but it's cool that that game's getting a remaster. I'm sure Sean Dogger is very happy. The guy who did all the shanties. Okay, Slick Daddy glasses. No, sir. They're not those. No, bro, you're good. There's no worry. The fact that you have anything is good enough. That's way generous enough. People are looking forward to the Visage VOD, I think, the most. I've had a few people come by and be like, man, I really want to see Visage. I'm like, no, you don't. Shut up. No, you don't. Fuck that game. All right, I think I'm going to be going to bed in about 20 minutes, folks. So I'll try and do the most I can with this guy and then just call it for the day. Get on in the morning, finish him up, and then that'll be that. Want to see Visage VOD. Yeah, people want to see it, man. I mean, maybe. That'd be funny. Watching the entire game again and giving commentary would be funny as fuck. Funny knowing that I'd never have to play it again, but yeah. That's about it. That is true. Playing that game, traumatizing. Rewatching it, it's not so bad. I think. We'll see. Definitely have to see. Would definitely have to see that one. But literally every part of the game. She's a merc from Noxus. She's under Noxus, I believe, right now. Yeah. She's just Dante. That's it. She's just Dante. Momo. Let's compare the other one. Holy fucking shit casting. Yeah, I noticed a lot of the augments in ARAM are literally just like reused abilities, which is kind of fine, but on different characters. What this needs is some putty. That was so fun. Too bad we lost, but that was so fun. It was like genuinely very fun. $20,000 damage. You know what? We may never get to see that again. It's one of those generational things where you get like the perfect augments, the perfect setup, and then you never get to see it again. Sadly. Fuck. Oh, no, never mind. You couldn't see his health bar outside the screen. You know, that's the shit you get in that game mode. It's super fun. You basically just break the game and you enjoy it. It's so good. It is genuine fun. What do you call us folks instead of crew? Folks. Well, it could be both. You change them up. Keep people on their toes. What did he call them? The Mosters? The Mochitos? The Mocinators? That I have no idea. I have no clue what it could have been. The Mochinators. The molesters. Yeah, okay, you're right. That's probably the worst I've heard. That is weird. Yeah, that's probably the worst. Yeah, that's a bit weird. That's a bit strange, brother. The toe feeders. The toe feeders? What's up, toe feeders? Oh, man. Max, what? German Manu Chao? Huh? Toe feeders sounding fitting considering how many feet emotes you got on your main channel. Blame the mods. Wasn't me, bro. I don't know how to add emotes. Blame the mods. They're British. We can blame them. And feel no shame. And I'm slicking these specs. Side profile. Fucking slick. Oh, does he really? Gotcha. I had no clue. This isn't my favorite song on the album, I gotta say. This song I do like that. Does he sound like this? You said it sounds similar? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. What a boatload of CBT that was. Holy moly. It's not even done yet, but like the material. The material. Mass Effect has CBT literally. Sound is different. Gotcha. .9. I think I'm like 6'9". It'd be close to 6'7". Ba-da-bum, bum, bum, bum. All right, I'm gonna call it. After this song, we'll probably call it. So 3 minutes. Raskaya reminds me of like Santiano, where a lot of their songs are just like feel good songs. And they're always like fun to listen to. What a great fucking band. Yeah, they do. Salutations. Hello, sir. Yo, yo. All right, I think I gotta wipe this down and then probably call it for tonight. I'm too tired. Martin will be finished tomorrow morning. You can go join Durin on the Shelf of Wonder. Preferably not being fucked by a Balrog. All right. Oh. 10 o'clock. 10:10. It is my bedtime. I'm an old, decrepit man. I have to sleep. I want to go see my dog, Mochi. Mochi? Oh, he's awake now. Mochi! Hi, Mochi! He's so cute. Mochi's the goat. I can't bring him over here. I never want to bring Mochi in this room while I do Warhammer. I just don't trust myself. I don't trust him. But I do have an image of him. There you go. That was like the latest photo we took of Mochi. He needs a cleaning. There's a lot. He's gonna be cleaned this weekend. He's going through his winter coat phase. Yeah, he's got... Mochi is a walking beard. Mochi looks like fucking Balin's beard. Yeah, I wouldn't trust him in front of half these things I do. Thankfully not. No, I'm too cautious with my stuff. I've seen so many horror stories, or I've heard so many stories, I've seen so many images of, like, dogs eating things, and I'm like, oh god. Yeah, no way. Yeah. Well, dogs will eat literally anything. They don't really understand. If Mochi had the chance, he'd probably chew this guy. Peas everywhere? No, he's good. I've got so much shit. If you could look at the floor in this room right now, you'd be, like, horrified. It's not dirty, there's just shit everywhere. Like, I need book space. I need to clean this room. There's so many things on the floor. The only thing you need to see is what's on stream. Everything else you'll never see. Alright, he's good. Let's just wipe this down for now. Doesn't really matter. This isn't done. Oh, it's soft. It's soft metal. Soft mix. Alright, well, I'm gonna try and finish this guy. I'm gonna finish him tomorrow morning. 1 mini a day isn't so bad, considering... Well, it's not even done. It won't even be done tomorrow, but he'll be predominantly done. Good old Martin. Ugh. Eating rock and stone and gems. True. And then turning it into beer. Warhammer candy that looks like characters would be cool. You're more than likely going to see that one day. What mother wouldn't want to walk into a Games Workshop and buy their kid $90 chocolates that you unironically have to clean the mold lines from and, like, put together before you eat? Unironically. I think GW could do it. I'm surprised they haven't done it. Like, there's a million things they could do. There are quite literally a billion Warhammer ideas that, given time, GW would do. Technically, they're already doing, they're already making merch. Like, they've had merch for a while, but now it's more... Now it's more, like, heavy-handed merch. Like, there's a lot of Warhammer merch out there. Wow. You know what Games Workshop just partnered with? You literally just reminded me to check the merch site. Do you know what company they just partnered with? Really? I guess they've been partnered with these guys for a while. You know who has the license? Ultra Pro. This isn't a new license, but they have the Ultra Pro. Like, Ultra Pro has the GW license. Ultra Pro are the people who make, like, all of the, fucking TCG stuff. Like, decks and mats and things. Deck holders, rather. Sleeves. Because they're making Ultra Pro, Kill Team, and Spearhead mats. Officially. Like, you literally just reminded me to look at this. I'll share it real quick. I didn't even see... Where was that even announced? Is this new? Is this old? Look at this. Ultra Pro, coming soon, officially licensed Kill Team and Spearhead. I mean... It took you that long? The Warhammer Armory, that stuff's cool. Anyways. Folks, that is going to be it for me. I am done for tonight. Yeah, that is cool. That's fun. I'm going to go to sleep. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. With that being said, peace, everyone. Have you been rocking Total War? I haven't played Total War in a while. I'm pretty much done with that game. Not that I hate it or anything, but, like, I've been working on the hobby for so long as of late that, like, most of what Total War was for me was because I couldn't do the hobby and I wanted to play fantasy. Or I wanted to build fantasy or do something fantasy. Total War is amazing, though. I do love Total War, but yeah, now that we're back into, like, the hobby at this point, it's a little bit more slow going, I'd say. Like, we've played it here and there, but not often. But yes, everyone be well. Thank you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace, folks. Be good.